Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Allie Laura.
And I'm Mary Stratton. Homecoming is tomorrow and we are so excited.
We hope you all have enjoyed your week and have participated in the competitions for the Battle of the Classes. Tomorrow at the pep rally we will have the final two competitions and the winner will be announced.
Before the pep rally, the presentation of the homecoming court will begin at 2 in Cyclone Arena. Students will be dismissed from classes before this to be able to attend. Be sure to wear your class colors tomorrow as well. Sophomores in white, juniors in red, and seniors in black. Don't forget that during the pep rally, you will sit in different sections of the arena based off of your grade.
The homecoming parade starts at 4 p.m. downtown, so come out and show Russellville how much we love our Cyclones.
The second homecoming ceremony will begin at 6:30 p.m. at Cyclone Stadium. The court will be presented again, so come out and support your classmates. Kickoff is at 7 as Cyclones battle against the Greenbrier Panthers.
This week, I sat down with Dr. Jenny McDonald to speak about the challenges and successes of the Russellville School District. How important do you see mental health along with this positive mindset and in the students at the school district?
Well, I think for students and staff alike that we're just in a different time than when I went to school myself, or even when I started teaching 27 years ago. I just think that we're different in being able to have safe spaces for children to report what they need and how they're feeling is one support system that we can do for students, but just to be mindful too that we put a lot on students, and students are ultra involved is what I called it, because they're involved in multiple sports, they're involved in band, they're involved in choir, and they combine all of these different activities with clubs and organizations. Even what you prepared for here today has taken from a different part of your life, because you only have so many hours in a day, but being able to provide balance, and for us as educators to be able to provide a safe space for you to come up and say, listen, it's a lot right now, and let us be able to help you to prioritize and to balance your life as a student.
So that's one of the main challenges you think are facing the Russellville School District students?
I think that that is one that is facing all students, and I think that social media in itself has brought a different level of pressure to students. So I think being mindful of that and being able for students to report what they see, and they feel comfortable reporting it, that there's not going to be a broadcast of this student has turned this in, but for us to know that this is a problem that our students are seeing, and for us as educators to be able to provide the supports that they need.
And if you want to see the full interview with Dr. McDonald, tune in Monday at 6 p.m. to Cyclone Broadcasting social media.
Every year we have students from many nationalities come to RHS through exchange programs. Last year, we were fortunate enough to have Satoshi Kawakubo in our broadcasting program. We had Seth Harrison interview him about his time in the United States and his experiences.
Did you get used to something in America that you had to change whenever you got back home?
Not really, but I've been studying so hard when I got back to here.
Yeah, school's probably a little bit easier here.
Because I gotta study for exam to get into the college, so it's really hard. Yeah,
you're trying to go to good school?
I'm aiming to public school, which is really hard to get in.
Do you prefer American school or Japanese school?
I would say I like American school.
Why so?
Because you can take the classes whatever you want. So, because in beginning of the year, you can choose the class what you want to take, right?
Yeah,
I did too. So in Japan, but hold on. In Japan, you can't take the classes because teacher decided what we are going to study. So you don't have any choice to choose. So yeah.
Satoshi, what's your favorite part about the United States?
I like the foods in the US.
Oh yeah, like what? What's your give me a top 3 foods of the United States.
Nachos.
Oh yeah.
And buffalo chicken.
Oh yeah, boy. You know what's up.
Yeah. And Taco Bell.
Thank you, Satoshi. We always love to have a unique and diverse perspective. There's a new club here at the high school. The Women in STEM Club is centered around science, technology, engineering, and math, adding to the growing number of women in power in those respective fields. President Kylie Moss has more.
This club is about advocating for women in STEM in RHS and in the Russellville School District community. Any and everyone can be a part of this club. You don't even have to enjoy STEM, you just have to like math or science. Some activities that students will be participating in as part of this club is summer programs, Olympiads, academic scholar programs, and other things. Student members may support other women in STEM by providing them with opportunities other than HOSA or robotics to express their love for STEM. You can become a part of this community by emailing me or by joining the Google Classroom with the code LNI700A. The next meeting date will be announced on the Google Classroom.
This is such a great opportunity for students to find their fit in school. And again, those wanting more information can follow their social media.
Travis Simpson is many things in the River Valley, a father, editor of The Courier, and author of his new book, Strong Like You. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your new book?
Well, Strong Like You follows Walker Lauderdale, who's a 15-year-old who plays linebacker for his high school football team, and he kind of idolizes his father.
Okay.
And when his father goes missing, he's forced to kind of go on this search across the Ozarks to see where his dad went. And his dad's like this paragon of what it means to be strong. But as he's searching, he starts to sort of realize that his father is a meth addict and a drug dealer. So he has to like deconstruct all these ideas that he's built up around his dad and about himself too.
Can we just go back to the beginning? So how did your high school and college experience get you to go to the journalism major?
I was doing a column for the newspaper, a freelance column, and my girlfriend at the time was like, you should go in and see if they have any more work for you. And so I went in, and that same day their sports editor had resigned, and the editor looked at me and said, can you write about sports? And I played football growing up, but I didn't play any other sports, and I didn't really watch them either. I didn't know the first thing about them, but I wanted to write for a living so badly that I just said, I can write about anything you want me to write about. And so he gave me like a story to write. I didn't know anything about journalism either, but my girlfriend, who's my wife now, was majored in journalism, and she worked at the in Rogers at the newspaper there.
Okay.
And so she kind of gave me a crash course, and I got the job.
Now let's go into your book, Strong Like You. So why did you want to write a fictional mental health book?
Well, you know, it's I've always loved reading. I've always wanted to write books, so that's not a new thing. I've written 13 manuscripts, and this was just the first one that I was. In 2020, I got a literary agent for a different book that has not sold to a publisher yet. Fingers crossed. But I just kept on chipping away at it. Like I kept getting told no, 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 and I was just like, I'm not stopping. So I kept going, and eventually this one landed. It stuck. So
That's awesome. So your hard work for sure got you to where you
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lifetime dream. It's not something that just came up recently.
Strong Like You releases March 12th of 2024, and you can pre-order now on Amazon.
Cyclone Tennis finished strong and brought home a conference championship in women's tennis. We spoke with Brenna Burke and Nestor Carrero about the tennis team.
So going into conference, being 14-0, people expect you to win the tournament. And so there was definitely more pressure there, just since you'd already beat everybody. But going into state, like not knowing who was coming from the other side of the state and just who I was going to face, there wasn't as much pressure, but still the same mentality of whoever I'm going to play. Yeah, you know, tennis is a frustrating sport. You know, you get down, sometimes you're winning, sometimes you're losing, but as long as I try to just keep the big picture in mind of like, as long as I come out, since it's 2 out of 3 sets, like as long as I come out on top, it'll be okay, even if I lose a game here or there.
It was my first season for like here, because I just moved from Venezuela. So I have played tennis maybe for 7-8 years, and here the tennis like so different, and like comparing to Venezuela, it's like faster. I think I played pretty good. I played like 22 matches whole stuff. I was number one in whole conference until I played conference like 2 weeks ago. It was a pretty good experience. My lowest point was like maybe my first match because I felt so nervous. But like when you play like too many times, you feel like more confident and you can like play better. To be honest, I feel kind of like nervous because it was my first final here in United States. And also I felt so tired because I had like a lot of matches before, but I feel like I played pretty good. We got like a little problem there, but it was fun, yeah. I mean, in Venezuela, I used to be top 20 in the whole, like my whole country, but I feel like here's a new experience because I have to practice my English and whole stuff, and also the players are like different, and so I like getting more experience, like more experience here. So actually, for me, it's the same.
There's a new but familiar face joining the girls' soccer team this year. Coach Jonathan Bryant has been with the Cyclone family, and he is hoping to bring the girls' soccer team back to prominence. Let's hear his thoughts.
Man, I hope so. That's what everybody keeps telling me anyway. I've got a really high expectation that since I've been with the boys program and we've gone to the state championships every year, there's a really high expectation that the girls are going to have the same success, and trust me, I hope we do. But it's not just something that we're going to gain overnight.
Yeah,
it's going to have to be a lot of hard work. There's lots of things that those boys do that people don't see on the outside. They put in more work than you would imagine, and they bust their butt, and they're really good at what they do, and it shows. And so we're going to have a lot of dedication, a lot of heart, and a lot of effort. Not saying they've not done any of that in the past, because I know they have. They've just run up against some really good teams in their way to the state championship game. And hopefully we can get across those battles. We can jump those hurdles to, move on and go on to bigger and better things, and hopefully bring in another championship for the girls program.
Cyclone Dance competed this past Saturday, and we talked with Coach Aubrey Howerton to see how it went.
We went to Alma High School in the Airedale Arena, and it was a great turnout. We had some of the most competitive teams that were there. In our jazz category, we scored in the top 5, as well as in our pom category, and then we actually scored in the top 3 for our hip-hop competition. So the dance season's a little different from other sports. We actually are like a March to March, and so we have tryouts for the new team March of the previous year, and then we just kind of hit the ground running. We start doing choreography for our different kinds of competition routines. So we have a jazz, a pom, and a hip-hop. So we started learning those back in March and April, and we've just been working super hard and preparing since school started. We have 7 a.m. practices on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, and we even put in some extra work this previous Friday and had like a 4-hour-long dress rehearsal, getting ready and perfecting for our very first competition. So the first competition of the season is always kind of, a learning curve. We have our sophomores who have never competed on this level before joining our team, and so it's something that's exciting but a little nerve-wracking. So we're going to work really hard to clean up the routines that we have so far. We actually had a member unable to attend our first competition, so we're going to have to adjust some of our formations to put her back into the routines. We did some of that this morning, and we're just going to keep working hard, running, getting our endurance up, and just practicing and doing it to the best of our ability to hopefully take it up a notch and score even higher at our next competition.
We've got a special treat for y'all coming up right here, right now. Our very own Jackson Rumbanis has Clay the Carpenter Guida on the air right now. Guida is 38-20, but has not been knocked out once in his 17-year career. Here's a sneak peek of Jackson's show with Guida now.
Hi, welcome to this edition of Cyclone Broadcasting. I'm Jackson Rumbanis, and we're here today with...
What's up, everybody? It's Clay the Carpenter Guida out here in sunny Sacramento, California. I'm at training camp for my fight December 2nd on ESPN, and I am joined by the young blood, Jack Rumbanis, one of the greatest fishermen in the country and soon to be one of the greatest fishermen in the world, guys.
Well, thank you. This is a big honor to be able to have you on this show. This is a new thing we're doing. We're trying to get professional athletes to help boost the momentum of upcoming athletes in our nation today. And I think it's awesome to start off the series with Clay Guida. He's an awesome man. All right, so first, this is pretty basic of a question, but when did you learn your passion? Like, when did you discover your passion for fighting? because I think that's so special to be able to have a passion and stick with it.
Sports started way long before I even started competing professionally. At a young age, I started playing baseball probably when I was 5 or 6 years old, and baseball was like my first love of sports. And then I got into wrestling right around the same time, and that was when I knew I found what I was what I was gonna really love to do for a long period of time. And then I started playing football. So my whole life I played 3 sports, and also I was fishing, as well on the side too. So we were always busy growing up, being outdoors, being active in sports. We say, man, Gills and Rosaguita, come for the gills, stay for the thrills.
Well, thank you so much for being on here. And man, it's so great to see you, and hopefully we see you soon. And good luck in your December 2nd fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Dak, thank you so much, man. I appreciate all the support. Tell your family I said hi. Hey, get on the water, keep slaying them for us, man. I can't wait to fish with you someday, buddy.
If you want to see the full interview, you can check it out on Cyclone Broadcasting's All Sports Show next week when it airs. And finally, tonight is homecoming night at the football game. The Russellville Cyclones take on the Greenbrier Panthers in one of the final 2 home games. Come out and support them. And also, coming up tomorrow night is the Sadie Hawkins dance. And make sure you have lots of fun.
That's it for this edition of Cyclone Broadcasting. Check out our social media for full interviews with author Travis Simpson, Dr. Jenny McDonald, and UFC fighter Clay Guida, all coming up next week. I'm Mary Stratton.
And I'm Allie Laura. Thanks for watching.